finished recording this video, and now I'm going straight on to recording this video.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
That out the way, without context, that looks so strange. Okay, so this without context also looks extremely strange, but I had to buy and butcher two different dinosaurs. You probably can't tell too well from that distance. About there, you can see there's a cut where the arms change, and you can probably see better there. The arms are from a small dinosaur, and so's the head, because I've taken the head and the arms from the big dinosaur, the T-Rex, and they'll be going in the arm. He doesn't have his arms on because that'll be done after I've cast this piece in resin and the head comes off, so I can cast it in resin and then add the head on and glue it in place. All of this is made from the small dinosaur. I've chopped the tail. This part you won't see because that's going to be glued onto the arm with the resin casting, like so. So I don't have to worry about this part because odds are you won't see that part. I've chopped the feet down, and as you can see I've also chopped the tail down. There's all the parts from the, get over there, from the tail and feet that I had to cut down to make it look a bit more like it did in the cartoon. I've kind of gone for a cartoon real vibe. You know, like people create those horrifying Simpsons things where they mould them over like what a normal human face would look like? That's the vibe I'm going for. Because I think that's going to be quite cool. Because I also use like cartoony kind of looking characters, unless it's Iron Man. So like Zevos, Stickbots. Basically they don't look realistic, so I'm trying to mix realism with Gravity Falls, which is going to be very difficult. So I do have the arms. There's one of them pretty much. I need to finish painting this. I've gone for like a brushed metal. I'm sat right on a creaky floorboard. I'm not happy with the way the doors came out on this arm here, like for the truck. So I've made new sheets here, or new little cubes that I'll paint and then glue down, so that they've got a 3D effect. Each of the wheels on this truck thing I made out of clay. That's not the best. I kind of did it one night because I didn't think I had enough detail on. But it's better than it was, so yeah, that'll do. I've done the logs as real as I could get them, without them being like overly complicated. There's a dog hair on this. My dog came into my room today, I guess. That's the plug where it goes into the house, same as this one here. There's the hand on the end, which I am super happy with. It's made out of polymer clay, and those wires running through it allow the fingers to be posable. And you've also got this thing in the front, which was never used in the animation, like in the show. So yeah, if I haven't mentioned it yet, this is for the Shacktron from Gravity Falls. So obviously the biggest part here is the shack itself. There it is. I've kind of done like a bit of weathering. It's not great because I still need to go and do an extra wash. I haven't done any detail on the front. I've just got the base paint done, and the Pit Cola vending machine with the little sign that you can kind of see there on the side. So the door's done. The location for the arms go in are at the sides. I've done the rusted corrugated iron or whatever roof to the outway. I've done the mystery sign at the top, although I'm not happy with it, so I'll probably paint over it and redo it. You can see the S is falling down the side of the building next to that mini little out window. And you'll notice there's no window in the front. That's because I plan on doing some sort of LED on the inside that blasts yellow through. However, I might just do glow in the dark paint behind with a bit of yellow and glue that down in there. So I'll take this out for the time being, just because it makes it easier for me to display everything. So they just put in like this, however the joints are loose, so I'm going to need to find a way to stiffen the joints up. If anyone has any ideas, please post them in the comments, because I need your ideas now, because I've actually run out of ways to make the joints stiffer. So here's the other arm there. So there's both the arms in place. I still need to do like the little steam smoke outlet on this side of the shoulder, or the little canopied area, and I need to do the totem pole inside and the gobble wonker, or wherever it is that comes out the back. I think it's got gobble wonker, can't remember. Yeah, it is the gobble wonker, because it's McGucket's old thing. Anyway, so I did spend a little while trying to make these look quite good, and I'm happy with the way they turned out. Most of this is done with side still paints, so the grey and silver, which I then lightly brushed silver off, and to create this worn effect. This obviously has nothing to do with side still paints, because I'm going to pick this up from a toy shop. The base brown here was done with a spray paint from Rust-Oleum, I think. I honestly can't remember. And the rest is all Citadel, except for the metallic blue, which is from a car model paint shop. So yeah, the arm does have all the articulation in it. It's got this bend up here, like that. It's got this turn, oops, and it's got the elbow joint there. There you go. So obviously I do need to work on the joints because they're a bit loose, because I didn't expect this bit to be as heavy as it is. Because there's a good amount of glue and polymer clay in it, so I need to work on that. This side is much stiffer because I was aware. It is broken. I'll fix that. But anyway, this side is stiffer because I planned on using resin, which I still plan on doing. So it's going to be quite heavy. I have my first attempt at the resin casting somewhere. I'll go find it. But it didn't turn out very well, so I don't expect a whole lot. So I found it. Yeah. It's cartoony. So, as well as being like really bad. As well as being really bad, it's also not the style I was going for. The jaw opened, also the proportion is way out, if you've seen the show. Like, it is so far out. The resin should be about that wide. It's meant to be wider than the rest of the arm, so it's out of proportion to begin with. But the head wasn't too bad. However, when I went to put it together, the jaw cracked. Just there. And I can't get the stuff I used to cast this resin in off of the resin itself. I used car body resin because I thought it'd give a nice amber effect. However, because that didn't work, I will be using my transparent resin with a bit of mixed in Citadel paints, which work amazingly well, because that's what I've been using on shift lenses, which I then didn't use for shift lenses because I couldn't get the resin correct and I wasn't happy with it, so in the end I just used folder. But anyway, point is, it works well, you can still see through it, and since I'm only going to be using a little bit of yellow, you'll still be able to see all the details in this. Which should be good, if it turns out as I'm hoping it will. So anyway, that's what I'm working on the side here, as well as the off-the-grid customs. I am working on this, and for those of you wondering why I haven't done the Iron Man suits, because I've got the Bones armour and the Mark 37 toy-based suit that I'm working on, which I did stop them. I will be starting them up again. It's just because I realised that some parts were beginning to not fit properly, and considering they fitted like after I made them, I'm going to guess it's not because the foam shrunk, but because I've grown. Which is very strange, because I was not expecting that to happen. I thought I was going to stay at like my height, which was 5'4", and in the space of like a few weeks I've grown to 5'6" and a bit. This is actually what the doctor told me the other day. It's not like I'm specific about the 6 and a bit. She literally said you're just over 5'6", and wrote on a bit of paper for me to take back. And I was like, oh, cheers for that, because you can clearly tell I don't like being short. Anyway, yeah, so really nice doctor, told me I'm above 5'6" now, and that I'm 50 kilos, which is really good because it means I put on weight and everything. Anyway, point is, I've grown and I wasn't able to carry on with it. I hope you're looking forward to this. I will try and do an animation with it, providing all the joints work. If not, I will be buying bundles of blue tack and blue tacking everything in place so that I can do an animation with it. Because whether it likes it or not, it is being used in animation. And before you say the arms are far too long for the body, throughout most of the show, its arms are kind of up, like this. Like the whole time, and the legs come down to about a heel. So, I am aware, but that's just the proportion to the show. Also, I'm aware that the arms are a little bit bigger than they should be. That is in length. That's because I kind of like the idea of a really lanky robot, and considering if you've seen the show, you'll see how small Zeus was still on the end of this. So I like the idea of this being to scale, because you see him still on the end, and then you see the trunk, and it's the sizes almost don't match up. So I decided I'd make it all to scale, in terms of doors and everything, although I do believe I've made this door a bit too big. Anyway, my scales are a bit off, but so are the ones in the show. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please enjoy my oh my god dinosaur that I made by gluing random parts together. Hey. Oh, I hate it. Right, okay. I'm going to end this video here before things get even weirder. Oh.